Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Closet Nerd. Since it's January and the new year literally just happened, I decided that I wanted to make a video on showing you guys how I create my vision board. I like to look back on the past year and figure out what I want to change, what I want to add, and who I want to become in the next 12 months. Now, although I'm doing this in January, you can really do this any time of the year with any timeline that you want to attach to it. I just really like to do it in the beginning because it's a fresh start. I feel like I can really move forward. I have the whole year to work on my goals, so that's why I'm doing it in January, but you can do it whenever you want. I started using vision boards about 2 years ago when I started my business. I was freshly out of college. I really didn't have an assignment that I needed to work on or a project that I needed to work on. I was feeling unmotivated. I really didn't know what life I wanted to lead. So I really started diving into personal development and reading personal development books. And actually the following summer, I started my spiritual journey and I started asking myself the big questions like, why am I here? What does happiness mean? What's my purpose in life? All those big, heavy things. In a lot of the books that I was reading, I was learning about visualization and how strong and powerful it can be with manifesting. I was learning about people putting the most ridiculous and outlandish dreams on their dream board, like owning a specific mansion in the hills, having a ton of nice cars, owning a yacht, having multiple businesses that make X amount of dollars a year, just like really high and mighty things. But I also saw people put oddly specific things on their dream board, like a specific dress that they wanted to wear to an event that they had to get invited to, the layout of the living room that they wanted, the couch that they wanted to sit in, the books that they wanted to read, the lamps, the view outside. I was seeing people actually obtain those goals. If you haven't read The Secret or watched it on Netflix, I highly recommend it. It talks about the power of manifesting, and in there it talks about visualization and how strong and powerful it is to creating our reality and creating the life of our dreams. So today I wanted to show you how I create my vision board. Now there's no right or wrong way to do this. The trick is actually believing it with every fiber of your being and knowing that whatever you put on your dream board is destined for you. So my husband and I, at the beginning of every year, we go through and we pick a word that we want to be the theme of the year. And last year, for 2020, we chose growth. This helped us focus on the big picture and taught us that even when things suck and we fall down on our face, that we have grown and that we can always gain a lesson from everything that we do or anything that gets done to us. This year, in 2021, we've picked the word consistency. So after I picked a word that I want to be the overall theme of the year, then I actually review my past year. You guys can kind of think of it as performance reviews for yourself, but I look at a couple areas of my life to kind of help me pinpoint what I want to change, what I want to add, what do I want to grow with in the next year. But you guys also have to remember to give yourself some grace, especially with the past year that we've been through, 2020. It was horrendous. It did so many things to us that it was unexpected. We didn't have planned anything like that. On my dream board, I thought we were going to move to Ireland, so I have all these European places that I wanted to go travel to and see. I did not get to accomplish that in 2020, but hopefully 2021 is going to be a different story. So the first area of my life that I look at, and I have just some generic questions that you guys can ask yourself, is the love relationships. So how happy are you with your current love relationship? Are you single as a Pringle and absolutely loving it? Are you single but you're just craving a steady relationship? How can you increase your happiness in your relationships in the next year? Next up, we have friendships. So how strong is your network? Do they support you? Review who you love spending time with and those who drain you of energy. Think back on the past year and remember your happiest moments. Who was with you? If anyone, were you alone when you were your happiest? Are you happiest when you're with 10 people or just that one special person? Also think about what you want in a good friend, because that's probably something that you need to look inward and make sure that you have checked off for yourself. So number 3 is adventures. How much time did you use traveling? If you have a ton of time off, what are you usually doing? Were you sitting on the couch or were you outside hiking? If you were sitting on the couch, did you like that? If you were outside hiking, did you enjoy that? Or maybe you want to spend some more time indoors this year. There's no right or wrong answer to any of these. But also think about where you want to travel this year. And in an ideal world, what would your traveling condition be? Are you wanting to do a road trip in a car? Are you wanting to fly first class in a plane? Be in a train? Really think about that. Look at the scenes. What scenery do you want to see? What views do you want to look at? A lot of time when we talk about adventure, most people just think of travel, but also think of new experiences that you want to have. Do you want to go hike? Do you want to ski? Do you want to snowboard? Do you want to water ski? All those different things. Think about new adventures that's going to excite you in the next year. Number 4, environment. Now this is talking about the quality of your home, your office, your car, what you surround yourself with. And even looking at the spaces that you choose to go to when you travel or when you go to get coffee. What vibe really attracts you? When you walk into a coffee shop, what's your favorite coffee shop look like? Does it have bright and colorful colors? Is it more on the muted side? Do you hear music? Do you smell something in the air? Really focus inward and visualize and connect all 5 senses to your experience with your environment. One of the most powerful things to do is visualize the home that you want for yourself. I had a really good friend who could just manifest whatever she wanted in life. She manifested her car. She wrote down exactly what color it was, what the interior looked like, and she did the same with her apartment. She wrote down the colors of the walls. She wrote down the colors of the floor, what counters, what her bed was gonna look like. All those different things helped her visualize, and then eventually she got them. I saw them. She was living proof that manifestation really, really works. So think about your dream house. What are you in? Are you in an apartment? You may not be. Are you in a house? Are you in a tent, a trailer? There's no wrong answer here. What's your dream living condition? Number 5 is health and fitness. How would you rate your overall health for your specific age and considering any underlying conditions that you have? Did you move your body as much as you wanted to in the past year? And are you wanting to pick up any new activities, a club sport, join a gym, try out yoga, try lifting weights, anything that you want to add? This is also focusing on what foods you want to eat. What foods do you want to fuel your body? And I am not a person who condones dieting lifestyles. I think if you want to eat something, you should freaking eat something because it's your life and you get to choose how you feel. But we also need to remember that in order to enjoy a lot of life's pleasures, we should probably be healthy. For me, I know that I am going to try and cut out gluten this year, not because I don't love bread. I freaking love bread. But gluten has just been not agreeing with my system lately, and every time I eat it, I get a huge headache. And I don't want that constant headache getting in the way of me enjoying life, so that sacrifice is worth it for me. If it's not worth it for you, then don't do it. Live your life how you want, but also look at the choices that you can make to make yourself healthier and happier. Number 6 is your intellectual life. How much time do you set aside to learn new skills, and how fast are you at learning? How many books did you read? How many podcasts did you listen to? Did you listen to just fluff whenever you had free time, or were you actively engaging your mind when you had free time? How many seminars did you attend this past year? Probably none because of the pandemic, but if you're doing this at a later date, hopefully you've gone to some. Are you seeking to learn from others? Did you seek out a mentor? Our brains literally have so much power. So ask yourself, are you using all of your brain, all of your head space? What do you want to learn in the next year? I know that I love learning about world history, so that's something that I'm going to actively make sure that I learn about every single week. Number 7 is skills. What skills do you currently have that are serving you every day, and what skills do you want to develop, evolve, work on, or learn? Number 8 is spiritual life. How much time do you devote to spiritual, meditative, or contemplative practices that keep you feeling connected, balanced, and peaceful? If you're not feeling those, what do you think you need to add to your life? work on, learn about, practice, so you do feel connected, balanced, and peaceful. Also take note of something that you need to get rid of. To add something into our life, a lot of the times we have to get rid of things that aren't serving us anymore. And lots of times these are our guilty pleasures, like watching TV, scrolling on TikTok. Those are some of mine. Obviously, don't put those on your dream board because that's not something that you're working towards, but just make a mental note of those things that you probably have to let go this year. Number 9 is looking at your career. So are you growing? Are you progressing? Are you excelling in your career? Or are you feeling stuck? Are you stuck in a rut? Are you not feeling motivated? Is whatever career path you've chosen not bringing you joy anymore? What goals do you have this year for your career? Are you wanting to get a promotion? What sale amount do you want to hit by the end of the year? Think about the nitty-gritty with this, and a lot of times when it comes to careers, you can talk about numbers. I know for me, numbers sometimes really scare me, but having a measurable goal is something so obtainable when we talk about our career. And number 10 is creative life. Did you have a creative outlet that you used this past year? What were the ones that brought you joy? What were the ones that you were doing when time seemed to just like fly by so fast? You look up, you're like, oh my gosh, the day is like completely gone. Do you want to pick up anything new? Do you maybe want to go to an improv class? Learn how to make TikToks, get better at social media? Do you want to learn how to write poetry or make pottery? Maybe you want to learn how to sing, how to play the guitar, or even like paint in your free time. One of my friends, her creative outlet is just painting at night. She just like sits and she paints, and that's what she does for herself. And I think that's so peaceful. I might add that into my life this year. But if being creative is not really your jam, look at what you are a consumer of. What do you want to fill your life with? Do you like a particular art? Do you like a particular music? Do you like a particular style? Look at those that bring you joy and make sure that you bring more of that into your life. So once you've figured out your goals and what you want to gain in the next year or whatever timeline you set up for yourself, now comes the fun part. It's time to visualize it. You basically get to look at the universe like it's an open catalog and pick from it what you want to add into your life. So for instance, if one of your goals is I want to learn how to do karate, then I would look up images of someone doing karate or a certain belt color that I want to obtain by the end of the year, things like that. Or let's say you want to save $10,000 this year. What you can do is you can write down on a piece of paper, or if you're clever, you can like screenshot and edit the amount that's like in your bank account. I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. But visualize the account name equals and then the amount that you want to save. Find pictures of places that you want to visit, what you want your house to look like, the foods that you want to eat. So I usually look for images on Pinterest just because I like the aesthetic look that Pinterest has. It usually has a little bit more of an artsy fartsy vibe to it, which is totally me. But you can definitely use anything, other images that you want. You can use a catalog, you can use a newspaper, a magazine, and if all of those fail and you still can't find the picture of your goal, I go to Google Images, of course. Just Google it and the image will pop up. It's so simple and so easy, but so effective. You guys are sleeping on this if you don't do it.
And the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in my sheets. Yeah, high school was hard. You'd fight with my mom. I'd fall asleep to the screaming, sound machine always speaking, left emotional scars. Now I'm 21, a soul of 50 years, and now that you
all right guys, so just an hour later, I have my dream board completely done, and you guys will see that I have stuff about relationships, travel, career goals that I want to cross off. I have a couple other things on my dream board besides just goals that I'm going after, new things that I want to introduce. I have a list of my whys, my reasons why. And I have that up on my dream board because when I wake up in the morning or when I'm having a bad day and I'm like, ugh, I just want to sit on the couch and eat chips and scroll through TikTok for like 5 hours, those whys will remind me why I grind and why I do what I do. So on there I have futuristic things like I want to own 3 houses, I want to teach my kids about discipline and what dedication will grant them in life. And I also have a couple fortunes that I got from Fortune Cookies on here just that really spoke to me and engulf like what I do every day. So one of them is it's a great day to do something new. And then this one says live each day well and wisely. So not taking a day for granted in 2021, definitely. I am so happy with the way my board turned out. I am going to be hanging my dream board up in my office. That is a place that I go every single day. I'm gonna see this board every single day, but seeing the board is not going to, you know, make it come true. If you sit, just take like 5 minutes and look at your dream board every day and really visualize what it's gonna feel like when you achieve all these goals. You know, what are you gonna be hearing? What are you gonna be feeling? What are you gonna be touching? What are the things that you're gonna be wearing? Who are the people that you're gonna be with when you complete those accomplishments? Really sit down and visualize and ground yourself in that visualization of what you want to manifest. I love doing activities like this, not just because it helps you create your goals, kind of set a path for you in the new year, but it also is just super fun to dream again, you know, to think about the impossible, really handpick from the universe what you want in your life and put it on your board and be like, yes, that's in my destiny. I'm writing it for myself. That's what I want. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you and helped you just dream again. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscription button down below. And if you found this video helpful or useful, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. That would mean the world to me. I hope you have an amazing 2021 and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.